Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 12th of October. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see, we just really are continuing to break the we broke through that wedge. We continue to break to the downside here. There is, whilst intraday, we may see some rallies in the euro. I'm expecting further downside. Now we're already pretty close to the S2 I mentioned yesterday, and in the weekly report video, we could be heading down towards these lows here from back in July. It's quite easy. That's not to say we won't get odd days when we get intraday rallies or rallies completely and have odd green days, or up days. But I am expecting more and more selling or buying of the US dollar effectively. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a continued trend on the euro dollar to the downside. Looking at the price action here, well, we have got the daily pivot. It's not a million miles away from us. It's in fact just 30 pips away from us. If it can break the 21s, then it could be on for it. It's not got a massive target if it does that, but well, it could run through it a little bit and give us 18, 20 pips. So that may be something to watch out for this morning. But once that's done, I'm still remaining relatively bearish. We haven't had a nice retracement yet in this move. You can see it's moved right away down from last week, and it's a steady old move down. Nice retracement would be quite good, as I say, back into that sort of level, and then it's potentially a short area again. It may run through to the 50, whichever, but if you can see reversal trades, I think we'll break these lows and continue to the downside, so there'll probably be enough meat in the trade. Okay, the pound, well, what a story that has to tell. Looking at it again yesterday, we took a trade in the afternoon in the trading room. It ran on quite nicely, but then did it run after we closed it, of course. Seeing it run through its daily S3 and continuing selling off quite strongly yesterday. Finally, it took a bounce around about 11 p.m. UK time and pulled back to where it was roughly. But it certainly is fickle, to say the least. And again, with the US dollar strengthening anyway, there's no surprises here if it sells off again. Now, it hasn't caught its daily pivot yet, so that takes there's a reasonable chance of doing that. However, if we're seeing dollar buying, well, we may see pound buying on a weaker level maybe, but we may see some pound buying this morning. So I'm sort of holding back at the moment, but would like to be short down at least at the pivot, maybe looking for much more. Okay, dollar yen. So dollar yen is continuing its ride to the upside here. Sorry, I've just only got the daily showing there. I like to see the 4-hourly bars as well, but it is pushing up relatively reasonably strong there. Just seeing the overall picture here on the 60 minutes, it's still pushing up good well. So it's 34, so yeah, we could just see a continuation. It's back above its daily pivot here. We could see a continuation. In terms of looking for trades to get in now, possibly would have to look at the shorter time frames for something on a retracement, but at the moment it's looking like it wants to push up. I'm long, I say long dollar, but my thoughts are for a stronger dollar. So as we've seen, a higher and higher probability. Now we've got two speakers today on that will be FOMC speakers. So it's at 1 p.m. and 2:40. So the 1 p.m. one possibly may move things more. We'll see. But we have got two speakers later on this afternoon, which could push the dollar even stronger. And sorry, I've forgotten if it slips past the UK news. We've got UK news as well. We've also got a member of the Bank of England MPC team due to testify on the effect of Brexit. Now that's at 10 p.m. this morning. So again, we could see some volatility around that for the cable the pound dollar. Right, Aussie dollar. Uh, a bit of a recovery this morning. Just running into some resistance here, though. Will it will it manage to break through here? Well, we can wait and see. But if it starts breaking back down through the hourly 8, it could head off back south. It's already hit the daily pivot at the R1. Got a couple of factors out of the way, which I'd normally be looking for, one or the other. As I say, you could just watch the Aussie dollar here and get confirmed sell signal. But at the moment, I'm holding back from that. Canadian dollar, I was looking yesterday for a break of the lows. It never occurred. Well, we had to find one, but then it just rallied up yesterday for most of the day. Is playing against what we should expect with the price of oil having risen. Just flick on oil yesterday. Yesterday oil pipped up and then just slowed up a little bit. But in terms of relative terms, it's pushed up so far, but Canadian dollar hasn't. But the US dollar is, as I say, is taking the front seat here and at the moment pushing the way. So whilst I'm expecting at some point Canadian dollar to take a roll, it's not doing it in any sort of hurry. And you've come down to 60 minutes. You see yesterday looking for the sell points, but every time it pulled back up and is pushing to the upside. And with that potential news on the US from the US for the speakers coming out this afternoon, 1 p.m. And of course, we've got the FOMC minutes this evening at 7. So there's plenty of data that's sitting there that could drive the US dollar further. Okay, so CAD wise, well, at the moment it could still take a break. I'll just remove those lows and give us a bit of a chance for some downside. And maybe if it does that, I could be interested in a shorter term trade, but I'm very wary that the US dollar's leading the way at the moment. Okay, that's pretty much it from me. I hope you have a great one. Bye for now.